I have one from the 60s, one from the 70s, three from the 80s, and then three from the 90s, one from 2000. So that just totally tells you my era.
Welcome to All Over the Place, a rounded third production with your hosts, Eric Korvosnik, Jim Culver, Marty Zamora, and Kathy Rankin.
Hi, Rick Hughes here. You're listening to All Over the Place, where the funsanity never ends.
Hello and welcome back to All Over the Place. I am your host, Eric Korvosnik, and we have a special No Hosers edition of All Over the Place today. So let's get Jim in here because he's definitely not a hoser. How's it going, Jim?
Going good. Take off, eh?
Oh, geez. Picking on me already. Jeez. All right. Well, Kathy and Marty might be slipping in a little bit later, but for right now, we are welcoming back to the show. It feels like she just left a couple of days ago, but with us now, and she's going to be promoting her upcoming album, Line 49. Please welcome back to the show, Suzie McNeil.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. And like I mentioned, you were promoting Line 49. The last time we saw you, you were here to discuss the Rockstar reunion show, which we will get to a little bit later. But right now, I'm excited for Line 49. You are not just covering, you are reinterpreting. And am I okay saying it is a soul-filled instead of a soulful album?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So talk to us about Line 49 and how it came to be.
Well, way back in like 2018, actually way back, like before I was on Rockstar NXS, I loved doing like soul and Motown music. Like it's strange that I kind of always gravitated towards that. Like even when I was on Rockstar, I had a song called Soul Life. And that was like a, Motown soul song. And then I kind of got known for like doing rock and stuff. And then I did music theater. Like I've always kind of been a jack of all trades, whether I like it or not. It's just, I like all styles of music. And then as I'm getting older in my career, I was doing a lot of pop, like, and it was getting played on the radio and stuff. And I said to myself, I feel like circling back to that like soul Motown thing because I feel like it's just so classic and I love it the most. So around the time my son was born in like 2018, I kind of like relaunched everything. And I even like reworked some of my originals that like got a lot of radio play up here in Canada into more of a soul feel. And I've kind of been going along that trajectory ever since. So my dad always wanted me to release an album of Canadian songs. Like he would always sort of be like, you should do this. I'm like, nah. And then my dad passed away, unfortunately. And I decided that it was time. And, he got to hear there was a single released that is going to be on the album before his passing. And he loved it. And I know he would totally love this record. But I wasn't just going to do covers. I wanted to kind of rearrange them into that like soul Motown feel.
And when I grew up in a very, jukebox mentality, like a little bit of everything and my dad was a big fan of Motown. So, I mean, obviously your dad was pushing you in that direction. So, I mean, just what kind of stuff did you hear growing up that influenced you?
Oh gosh, all of it. Like Marvin Gaye is a huge one. Obviously Jackson 5. I love Etta James. I love kind of the, New Orleans stuff. Otis Redding, all the Stax records people. There's just such a energy to it that I just love for some reason.
You can never go wrong with the wax of Stax, the Stacks of wax. No.
Yes. Yeah.
From the inside and out. I love. I've always loved that stuff.
Yeah. Good. Yay.
And then, as we learned on your previous appearance, you listen to stuff like that, you get better on the harmonica, or at least you try to get better.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I kind of started in my career too. Jeff Healey opened a bar in Toronto back then, and I remember going to it a lot and kind of cutting my teeth. He offered me like one of my first like big gigs. I remember when he called me and he's like, "Hey Susie, this is Jeff Healey." I was like, "Oh my God." And then I remember he asked me how much I would charge for my band to play his bar. And I forget what the amount was. I feel like I was like $300, like for, like 5 people. And he was like, "I'll give you five." And I remember thinking, "Oh, Jeff Healy's so nice."
Always come in low. Yeah.
I can't believe that now. But yeah, like that was a lot of blues. So I cut my teeth on all that stuff when I was just this like young like overweight girl with overalls like at these bars. It was I was playing with all the older cats in the city, and I'm glad I did.
It seems to be a theme with the talented musicians. Get in there young and just sneak in when you're under 18. And
Yeah, yeah, I loved it. So
Allegedly.
they taught me a lot.
Logistically, how do you make that switch to a different style like soul? Do you find some new musicians to talk to that are experienced in it? Do you how do you go about making that kind of switch and doing it right?
It was, I don't know if we ever did it right. No, well, I don't, but I mean, the musicians that I play with are so kind of amazing that it was like a no brainer. I was already playing with them and I was like, I want to do this. And they're like, okay. Like the drummer I've been playing with since for 20 years now. And he can play anything. Um, and then you got to add horns. That's a really big one. So, I won't do a
Right.
show without horns now. And I made the band, when we can be afforded like a 10-piece just huge sound. And then also, what was part of it, which was I loved doing, was it, like I said, taking some of my older songs and turning them into that. And that's a lot of what I did for this record. That's what you do, I find, or I do for songwriting as well, where I would, figure out a song that maybe would work, and then I would figure out the song that I wanted it to kind of sound like, because you need that reference to like communicate to yourself and the producer and stuff and the band. um so example, I covered Blinding Lights by The Weekend, and I had an idea. Like what I would do is kind of play the song that I was thinking of and try to sing the melody over to kind of see if it would work. So that one I had the idea to do over a groove of like Land of a Thousand Dances, like na 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 na
Very cool.
na, that one. And it
do
worked.
not
So
get
like,
started on that song, Susie. I will dance. That is in my top 5 songs of all time.
really?
And
Yes.
it's not the original though. I mean, the original is fantastic. The Jackie Wilson. I go with the Jay Giles band version
Oh,
from the
okay.
Showtime album.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that one. I need
Give
to
it to me
now.
one time, 2 time.
I know. It's just the
Oh,
energy. And then like I did Hand in Pocket, and I had the idea to do I mean they didn't come out exact same, which is you don't want that anyway. But I wanted to do kind of What's Going On vibe for that one. And then like I don't know if you guys know Never Surrender. Like I know Corey Hart, and you probably
Oh yeah.
know I wear my like sunglasses at night. But
Never
anyway, there
Surrender
was
is the
a
better song.
okay, so you guys
Look,
do know it. Okay. So that one I wanted to do, I pulled that one kind of out of nowhere, but that song, When You're Weary, Feeling All Alone, like that. Won't you keep on crying? Won't you keep on crying? Well, here I am, honey. Come on, cry to me, like that Solomon Burke song. So I kind of made that one like that. And it was just like a really fun experience trying to make it all work.
now doing
Awesome.
the song, doing the Sarah McLachlan song, which already lends itself to a little bit of a soul tinge. How did you take it and then make it your own?
Okay, so that one was a weird one because I wanted that one to kind of, it started out kind of being like, let's do it like Let's Stay Together by Al Green, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't working. So the band and I would, get into a rehearsal studio and just kind of try to, that was the very beginning of things, right? There's like a lot of phases. Um, try and figure out a groove, and it wasn't working. So we ended up turning it into reggae. So that's the only
Ooh,
song on there that like isn't directly soul, but it's a nice little shift. And it
that's
sounds
Caribbean soul. That works.
yeah, there you go. But it sounds awesome reggae. It really worked well. So that was good.
As always, Eric Provoznik, professional Catholic, rationalizer extraordinaire.
It's a life skill.
So now the song that you had already released, we're talking about the Tragically Hip's Bob Cajun, right?
Yes.
So I mean, going back to the influence my father had on me, he gave me so many good things. Like, you know, obviously, he gave me AC/DC, I gave him Van Halen and Metallica. So I mean, your dad's given you Al Green and you know, Marvin Gaye, Etta James, all that. So was Tragically Hip one that you gave him?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, absolutely. That one was sort of the inspiration to, because what were we doing? We were playing a Canada Day show, so that's our 4th of July. And I wanted to do, like I said, because I'm trying to keep this, you know, musical direction, you know, pretty clear when I play shows. So I was trying to think of songs, and it was actually my husband that thought of Bob Cajun and doing it kind of like Valerie is what we had to say. And then it turned out so well. I wanted to record it, and then that sounded so good. I was like, I'm just gonna finish it off. And 9 songs later, here we are.
Yes. Well, again, I'm glad that the one that you picked with the Corey Hart. I mean, yeah, I mean, Sunglasses Night, the more popular, the more well-known song, but Never Surrender. The video for that is what grabbed me and took me in, and just.
The one I wish I had done that I didn't, I don't know why, is Neil Young. I should have done a Neil Young song, but
Oh,
maybe we'll do
we're
a
going to get to that
volume
later.
two.
We'll get to that later. Well, actually, let's pop in on a little bit right now, because in, you know, just so many great selections. But I've come to the realization, like, you've got April Wine on there. Let's see, Red Rider. Oh gosh, what's one of the other ones? Joni Mitchell. So many great
Yeah.
Canadian artists. So I've come to the realization that my favorite Canadian band, The Pursuit of Happiness, is not as popular as I'd like to think they are.
Right.
But how do you go about then? You know, because again, Neil Young, Brian Adams, there's all these different artists that you can pick from. So I mean, just is there a possible volume 2
I
down the
know.
pipe?
I was thinking that. I think it was more about the song, but then when I brought them all in, I was like, oh shoot, I have 3. So I have one from the 60s, one from the 70s, 3 from the 80s, and then 3 from the 90s, one from 2000. So that just totally tells you my era, right? Like
Yes.
I went heavy into like my youth of 80s, 90s. But yeah, I feel like I definitely could do a volume 2. I have the energy.
Well, and of course, let's not forget our good friend Rick Hughes, our
Woo!
another favorite Canadian on the show. So,
Yes, you know your trivia, your Canadian music.
well, I'm from Erie, PA, so we were in Niagara Falls a lot.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, exactly.
my high school years were in Toledo, so I was in Windsor a lot.
Yeah, and radio stations would have bled over there with that.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
87.9, 89 point, whatever it was. But yeah, the great state, great. It was a college station out of Windsor that opened my eyes, or opened my ears to a
That's
lot of
funny.
cool
That's
stuff.
great.
Now, I mean, no one in America was playing the Jesus and Mary chain. So, but Windsor was. Thank you for that. And The Pursuit of Happiness. So I got
There
that.
you go.
So, Mo Berg, my man. So another one that you could have been a lady by April Wine. I'm wondering, because that song always reminded me of the Jackson 5, Blame It on the Boogie.
Yes.
Can we get a little possibility that maybe some of those songs bled into one another?
Yeah,
maybe.
it's funny you say that. You're amazing. You know your stuff, because that was one of the first ones that we did, and my husband was like, that song reminds me of another song. What is it? What is it? And then it was Blame It on the Boogie. So we tried to, pull from that. Totally. You got it. 100%.
Wow, happy Eric Provoznik, DJ.
I mean,
once a DJ, always a DJ. I told you that, Jim. I told you.
This is a good interview for this.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm our music guy. Jim's our movie guy. So yeah, touched on it a little bit with Nashville and of course the sound there. But you flip between Canada and Nashville, and of course you've got your band down there with your occasional song, co-writer songwriter Marty Fredrickson. So
Yes.
talk to us a little bit about Loving Mary and where that's fitting in now with Line 49.
It's separate, and it just shows again how I can do all the styles. I can safely say at the end of my life I've like dipped into all the styles. And yeah, we still play. Sometimes we'll play like a couple shows a year. Marty has produced all my records except one, and he produced this one too. So I was down there quite a bit, kind of trying to finish it, and it was nice to like spend that time. Like we've done that for 20 years now, so it's like we have a rhythm. We know what we're doing.
Well, I'm digging that stuff, and I want to get into it right now. And hang on a second, Allison was nice enough to say get this out to me. It's the Rockstar reunion, and
Yes.
I got to tell you, and this is going to
And you
sound like I'm
came.
sucking up or whatever it was, but Allison hooked us up with the two best performers that night. And then this is no slight to anybody else there, but you and Toby rocked the shit out of the Avalon. And
You're very biased.
maybe a little, but no. In all
I
seriousness,
love
I
it.
mean, just both of you guys just prowled and owned that stage. And talk to us what it was like being there and just going out there and doing the songs by yourself, and then with the whole group dynamic as well.
It was awesome. I mean, I had done the two shows up here.
Right.
So that initial, like when we had first seen each other after 20 years, that like your stomach was like butterflies, like because it legit was, tons of years for some of us. And then when that one, the LA one came, I had just seen most people, but I hadn't seen Ty, I hadn't seen Toby either, and I hadn't seen a lot of the people that like were a part of making that show happen. That was really cool too. Like one of the other executive producers were there, and then we would always have to do those like interviews that they do on reality shows, and the guy who would do that all the time with us was there, and it was amazing. I was really proud of David and Allison. Like I know what it takes to do one of those, and they worked really hard. And I thought, and the house band I hadn't seen, so that was like really thrilling for me. And then just the whole idea of doing it in LA is pretty awesome too. So it was great. It was a really fun night. It was awesome.
Yeah, definitely want to thank Allison again for that. Just I'm so glad I
she's
reconnected with her at the start of the year over at the
She's
Heavy Metal Hall of
amazing.
Fame Awards. Yeah. I knew her way back when I lived in LA. So that's
Oh, okay.
so yeah. I'm bummed I did not get to go back to the recent Rock for Ronnie show that she had put together. But with Lita Ford, a lot of other cool bands were playing that one. But maybe next year I'll get back for that, for the Rock for Ronnie. But and you and Toby got to check your schedules, because I know when he's with the Fell, I believe his producer and the guitarist are, I want to say they're Toronto based. If it's not Toronto, it's Montreal.
Oh, okay. So, they're Canadian.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay.
It's Toby. Toby's the Aussie. Billy Sheehan, the Yank. And yeah, and there's two Canucks. I was giving them the unofficial name, the Bastard Sons of the British Empire. So,
yeah. But it pretty much is that, isn't it?
I love it. But check with Toby, because I know the Fell, they do a lot of recording up there.
Oh yeah, thank you. I will.
But yeah, well, and but right now, and on a Toby note, the last time you were here, you had to share Make Up Your Mind with Toby.
Yes.
And now, as I announced at the top of the show, this is a no hosers show. But our Make Up Your Mind is going to be Canadian themed in honor of Line 49.
Okay.
And are you ready, Suzie, for your Make Up Your Mind?
I'm ready. As long as it's not a test, it's more of a
choice. Jim, would you like to remind our viewers and listeners about the rules of
Make Up Your Mind, dude?
And wrong answers?
Oh, there are none. Yeah, remind me.
There are none. All you got to do is make up your mind, dudette.
There are no.
I think I got this.
There are no wrong answers, but they're ones that I might appreciate more than others. So, kicking it off though, non-musically,
Yes.
we're going to kick it off with a Tim Hortons cruller or a Harvey's with fries.
What was Tim Hortons? What?
A
Cruller.
Tim Hortons cruller
Okay.
or a
Yeah.
Harvey's with fries.
We call them crullers up here.
See? I was like, crullers. All right. Oh, geez, I'm misstepping already. It's a cruller.
So they're not as. So you're saying they're not as polite as they are down here because they're crueler.
Uh-huh. All right, so a Tim Hortons cruller
I'm
or a
dying.
Harvey's with fries.
I can't. For sure, the cruller.
Cruller. All right. All right. Well, Robbie Robertson or Neil Young.
Robbie Robertson.
Rachel McAdams or Nev Campbell.
Nev Campbell's dad was my drama teacher, so I guess Nev Campbell.
Oh, it's got to be Nev. Wow, I love
Nice.
the connections
That's fair
there.
though.
Nice.
Yeah. I met
met
her
Nev.
a bunch. I met her.
I was maybe a little bit biased earlier. Now you're being biased, but in a much
Yeah.
more proper way. All
Right.
right. Moosehead or Crown Royal.
Crown Royal.
Schitt's Creek or Letterkenny.
Schitt's Creek.
Bryan Adams or Loverboy.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the path less traveled, Loverboy.
Okay. Well, it's no. I wish I had Reckless, but Loverboy is not a wrong answer. No, not at all.
I should have covered them.
Leslie Nielsen or Michael J. Fox.
Oh, I didn't know. I forgot Leslie Nielsen was Canada. Michael J. Fox all day long.
Okay. Anne Murray or Celine Dion.
Anne Murray.
All right. This is another one that, there may or may not be a wrong answer over my left shoulder. Bob and Doug McKenzie or the Schmengi brothers.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
And that's my fellow accordion player did not pick the Schmengi brothers. I love it. And I use the term accordion player loosely in my case, very, very loosely.
What did I win?
Well, you win one more question, which is kind of off the grid of the Canadian themed Make Up Your Mind.
Yes.
But this is for the performer in you, Susie.
Mm-hmm.
A theatrical play or a concert stage.
Oh, a concert stage.
It's all the immediacy of it, but yes, I would have to agree on that one.
Yeah. Are we the same? Do our answers match?
Very similar. Look, the Robbie Robertson A+. Well, Jim, we've never done grades before. Jim, what should we? Let's go down this. The cruller. I've never had I've had a Tim. See, I had it in America. I had the Tim Hortons cruller down here. So or a cruller. I'd have to get one of those in winter.
It's like pasta and pasta.
Pasta.
I'm gonna send you a link of an artist that my husband plays with, and it's it's exactly what we're talking about.
Nice.
Like you have we have Smarties, you have M&Ms. It's the whole song's like that. You think all our money looks pretend.
Oh no, we're starting to compete with you on that one on the Monopoly money down here.
Oh, okay.
This is true. Yep.
Well, the Robbie Robertson, 100% with you on that one. Nev Campbell, Rachel McAdams. That's a toss-up. I would lean towards Rachel McAdams.
I would too, but it was only because of the.
No,
dad.
you've got a connection. Jim. What's your grade on that one? Where would you have gone?
I prefer Rachel McAdams as an actress, but
She's the best.
but as long as we're talking about pronunciation, isn't it Neve Campbell?
I think it is.
I think it's Neve. Yeah.
Eric blows
like a Neve console.
The ignorant America, and there actually is liquor in this today. So
this is cloudy water.
Yeah, today.
Yes,
it was a chai latte, and then I just added water. That's super gross.
and then this goes to the next one. I am a whiskey man, so Crown Royal is my choice. I'm
Nice.
as my grandfather would say, "What the hell kind of a Slovak are you? Drink a goddamn beer."
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I would go Bryan Adams over Loverboy simply because Reckless is an absolutely perfect album that informed my high school years.
Awesome.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox over Leslie Nielsen in a smidge. Anne Marie, of course. My first 45 was Snowbird.
I was gonna put that song on the album, and then someone
See,
was like,
volume
"No
two.
one." Pardon?
Volume two.
Yeah. Someone was like, "No one knows that song," but
Eric
you do.
Travasnik and his 45 on the turntable my grandfather bought me, yes. And I was Rick Moranis' sound alike, as we mentioned on the last show. So Bob and Doug McKenzie every day
Yeah,
of the week.
that's
But
good.
the Schmingy brothers do hold a special place in my heart with the polish.
It's so good.
Stop me before I sub-reference again. So, but well, Suzie, your solo, make up your mind. Oh wait, I found a new toy on this thing, so I should have had it ready.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, new toy. Your first solo, and hey,
My first solo, and
oh yeah, your first solo. Make up your mind. You got applause.
oh, I
Yes, A plus. We only hand out A pluses here.
got an A.
Absolutely.
Yay! Thank you.
But again, Susan, I can't thank you enough for coming back here. And Line 49, folks, make sure you are checking that out. It is out on Canada Day, which this America knows, even though 4th of July is our Independence Day for us. Canada Day, July 1st, getting the month
Yep.
kicked off. See, you get it ready for us. You loosen up the days for us
Yeah.
and get the celebrations ready to go.
Yep. Yep.
As
Absolutely.
if either country needs a reason to party to celebrate
know.
breaking off from
In the summer.
from Britain. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Susie, are there any plans to take Line 49 on either a Canadian tour or bring us anything down here to the States?
Not yet. We'll see. I have a bunch of shows around here, and then we'll see where it takes me. I'm gonna probably put it into a couple theaters as well, and we'll see how this show develops. I have a vision for it. So the show on the 26th, it actually comes out the 26th.
Oh, 26,
Um,
okay.
of June, but I have a big show that day, so that everything will be revealed. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice. Well, and I will once again remind all of our Canadian guests that down here in Phoenix, we have a very large Canadian snowbird population.
Yes.
So
We
we got them
do.
coming from mainly Alberta. That's where I see most of the license plates.
Yeah.
But every so often an Ontario sneaks in here, so you might know some of them. You never know.
So thank you for having us. We need it because it's way too cold up here.
Oh yes, Pennsylvanians understand all too well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, come on down whenever, or my co-host Marty is going to be in New Yorker half the year, so I
Yeah.
can maybe see you out there. So, and I also wanted to mention, I almost forgot, I'm keeping the cap on. It was such an incredibly fun night that night, and of course, you've done the
Yes.
ones up in your neck of the woods. Would there be any possibility? I know you said it was tough for you to bring people in from, but I was thinking, why don't you do it like a Lollapalooza style thing? Like you go to Chicago, because I know there are a couple of people from Chicago, and then
Right.
maybe one in LA, and to just go to where the people are.
Yeah.
And
There
you
was
had
there
what
was
two
talk of that.
Australians? I know that might be tough, but a
That'd
fun
be
little
fun.
vacation.
Yep, that'd be fun. There was talk of that. Yeah. It has to have someone who really wants to bring it there. So it would be Marty Casey's turn because he's from Chicago.
There you go, and that not too far of a trip for you then. And
Yeah.
I never need much of an excuse to go to Chicago.
I know, it's the best, especially in the summer.
Well, see, summer, I'm up in Milwaukee at Summerfest.
Oh, okay.
Only a couple hours down 94. I can make it to Chicago, not a
There
problem.
you go. Well, I was glad that I got to see you in person in LA. That was fun.
Well, yeah, I had a ball, and
Good.
again, Susie and Toby ripped it up. Fun night. All the performers were great, but you two, you were the best. So,
Thank you.
well, again, Susie, thanks for coming on. And folks, one more time, head on over to SuzieMcNeil.com or follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and also she's got a channel over on YouTube, and that's just at Suzie McNeil. Oh, and
Thanks
actually,
so much.
Instagram is the real Suzie McNeil, correct?
No, just the Suzie McNeil.
Oh, just
Someone
the-
already
just-
took
Just
Suzie
the.
McNeil.
That's right. Not us, Suzie McNeil, the Suzie McNeil. Well, awesome. Well, again, thank you so much, Susie, and hope to have you back sometime for volume 2 of Line
Okay.
49.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And on behalf of Jim and Marty and Kathy, thanks so much for watching, listening, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. We love you all. We appreciate it all. And we'll be back real soon here on All Over the Place. Till then, take care.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
where the fun sanity never ends.